A warm good morning to everyone. Here we are going to explain about the globalization and its impacts on Gibson guitars, and it will be presented by Rohit, Shalin, Arun, and Swati. Let's look onto the table of contents. Means like what are we going to learn about this, and what about the company, and what makes Gibson guitar worth studying, Gibson guitar and its internationalization in business. Like there are a lot we are going to see about the company, and like what about this company. So about the company, it was established in 1902 in Kalamazoo, and it was founded by Orwell Gibson in 1902. He was just a teenager like us, from like a youth to a big a man who wants to. He had a hobby. His hobby was making like a small music instruments. Like he started like playing, and later it went to as a passion developing. Like everybody here are have a passion. Like we want to develop and we want to come to this stage. Same wise, he also like got a support in like a childhood of making like guitars and all. And so now the CEO of the Gibson company is Caesar. So each Gibson guitar instrument is a testament to the fusion of artistry and technology. Likewise, the Gibson guitars has a unique acoustic in their models and their play style, because they're like what you see on the picture on the slide is like the first guitar ever produced, and it's known as the E150. That's really a unique piece. Like the first starting of Gibson guitar was a unique and really is what entirely tuning masterpiece from this. So as a Gibson guitar company, everybody has an competitors, right? Like if you make a company, surely you'll be having a competitor. So in that way, if you're seeing the competitors, there are like Steinway musical instruments, FIL, Skullcandy, and Yamaha. So you may ask, like, okay, what is just a company of a guitar? What is there to study for me? Of course, there is a lot to study, because the globalization and the internalization of this company from undeveloped era of origin. Because on that area, this was not like he doesn't know that this is going to reach globally. Like no one knows before starting a company that is going to reach globally. Same way, he also started by his pursuing his passion, but he don't know that this passion is going to make a great impact in the world. So Gibson is a globally recognized brand. Analyzing its market presence, international expansions, and strategies can offer insights into navigating international markets for businesses. So Gibson's guitars have transcended borders and genres, and making them a global symbol of music prowess. There wasn't always a unique tune and an acoustic tune style for Gibson, and global artist collaborations and endorsement raised brand awarenesses. This was a main plus point for the Gibson, because they used to give their guitars to the main big celebrities so they can play. Or it was like a promotion for them. Like, oh, we have like everybody has a fan in music and everything. So and they're like we know artists, right? So when that artist use, okay, that artist is onto a Gibson guitar. So it made a reach to that company. So and the inclusion of eco-friendly product lines and the prioritization of sustainable products, like this also like made in eco-friendly concept. The trees are important from Africa, and which was selected to a number of trees. And like you see him, and that he's Orwell Gibson. And but lately he was not that lucky to see his company's growth till now, because he's dead on a late like 1912. And now, Gibson guitars and its internalization in business. Like, of course, everybody can do in a business, even in a small business or big business. But becoming a brand or making it an internalization, there are the things. Gibson has explored setting up manufacturing facilities or entering partnership of production in keys like international markets. And you know, the most surprise in 2021, they reached 1.43 billion, and in 2022, they reached around 1.57, which is 9% increase of their profit in a 1 year. The brand's legacy and recognition can be leveraged to strengthen its position in international markets. Understanding and respecting the nuisance of different markets is essential for the success also in global business. Like we need to know whom we are competing and what we need to do in the development of competition, because like it's not like you're investing a 1 lakh into something guitar and you just give it out with nothing. No one is going to buy and your company is going to be lost. So for that, they made a different tune. And for while seeing the profit, they also have got a lot of companies like Epiphone, KRK System, Stand-on, Cakewalk, and other companies also owned by Gibson Guitars.
Hi, this is Rohit here. I'm going to explain about the globalization of Gibson guitars. So, what is meant by globalization? Globalization is the process of a business or an company to make their businesses into an international level or in a scale. So, here we are going to see what are all the strategies that Gibson Guitar has used for their globalization. For example, we can just say it as a market strategy. What are all the market strategy they use is they are just making promotions with the models or the big brand celebrities, as well as what are all the localizations of products is another strategy that they use with the local mediators to make it localized with the peoples, as well as it is being recognized as the best global brand. And then the next strategy is supply chain management. In the supply chain management, they just export all those things to other local distributors or local communicators. So the cultural sensitivity is many of the peoples are recognized to Gibson and its sub brands like AB phones, like the way my past speaker Shalin has mentioned it about AB phones, as well as about Barter's and Goshel's model. Yeah. So in this category, what we are going to see is called as four types of classifications. So first of all, what is Barter's and Goshen matrix? It is a strategy used by MNC companies in four subcategories. So in that, Gibson is using what are all the strategies and what are all their levels. It is being mentioned over there. But in detail, I'm going to explain about first of all the global strategy. Gibson uses the global strategy uh, like researchers and developments in certain centralizations. The next one is internationalization strategy. In this, Gibson mainly focuses on producing standardized guitars uh, across multiple internationalization markets with limited customization to local customers or local distributors. So the next one is transnational strategy. In this, Gibson is aiming a balance between global integrations. So the next one, the last one is multi-domestic strategy. In this strategy, Gibson has been using marketing strategies, which has been mentioned by Carter, uh, to make it more specific as well as cultural in the music preferences. The next slide is going to be about what are all the international strategies that Gibson is using. So, in my point of view, Gibson has been using Uppsala model. So, what is Uppsala? Uppsala model is a thing which is about gradually increasing in their international presence with geographic diversification as well as market commitment. So here we can just see Gibson has entered into internationalization process in 1970. So from that year, Gibson has been using this strategy to make their products into global world. So main thing they are just using is export. They don't regular export the products to international markets. In the next one is they just mediate with the local distributors as well as the local markets alone. After that, they just enter into the international field. So considering all those things, as well as we can just say it as a Uppsala model. So in this point of view, we can just definitely say it is an Uppsala strategy the Gibson has been using. So the next would be continued by our next teammate.
Hi, this is Swati here. Now I'm going to explain Porter's diamond model. This model explains the factors that can provide a competitive advantages for one national market or economy over another. This model has four factors that are prime strategies, factor condition, demand condition, and supporting industries. For this, Gibson model includes factor condition includes craftsmanship and artistry, and demand condition includes demand in domestic and international market and consumer preference. And related and supporting industries includes wood supplier, tourism, and cultural events. And for PIME strategy, it includes departments such as R&D, manufacturing, and marketing, sales, and customer support. And the next one is uh, next slide is about the challenges faced by Gibson guitars. Uh, the past challenges faced by Gibson guitars are economic downturns, technological transition, and competitive pressure. For competitive pressure, the less expensive Asian instrument brands become a market penetration for Gibson guitars. And for technological transition, the rise in demand for electronic music instrument and the shift from analog to digital. And for economic downturns, such as the effects of economic recession on luxury items. And for present challenges, it includes supply chain issues, challenging consumer behavior, and regulation and trade wars. Supply chain issues caused by global instruction affecting production and distribution. And for changing consumer behavior, uh, the shift towards environment friendly items and obstacles in appealing to a younger generation. And for regulation and trade wars, navigating international market, geopolitical tension, and regulatory items. And the next slide is about the risk mitigation taken by Gibson guitars that includes diversification, innovation, and branding. For branding, maintaining competitiveness and relevance through the use of artist and legacy endorsement is a main thing. And for innovation, introducing guitars provided with a cutting edge technology and thereby embracing digital trends. And for diversification, implementation of economically viable instrument lines in order to appeal to a wider demographic. That's all.
Hi, this is Arul. We are going to current strategy. The first one is resilient supply chains. Yeah, Gibson resilient supply chains is one that is designed to withstand and adapt to distribution, ensuring the continuous flow of goods and service. And then the resilient supply chains are crucially for business to handle unexpected events like nature disasters and pandemics or geopolitical issues. And next one is sustainability. The Gibson sustainability is the parties of using resource in a way that meet current needs without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. It encompasses environment, social, and economic consideration to create a balance that ensure long-term well-being for both people and the planet. Sustainability participate aim to reduce waste, conservation natural resources, and minimize negative impacts on the environment. And next one is market research. The Gibson market research is the process of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting data about the specific market, including its consumer, competitor, and various factors that influence it. This information helps business make informed decisions, develop effective marketing strategies, and understanding customer preference and behavior. The Gibson market research methods can include survey, interview, data analysis, and observation to gain insight into market trends, demand, and opportunities. It play a critical role to product development, pricing, and branding, and over business planning. And we are going to the next slide is future aspects. The first one is adaptability. The Gibson adaptability is the ability to adjust and there will uh, changes the environment. It involves being open to new ideas, learning from experience, and effectively response to unexpected challenges or opportunities. Adaptability is a valuable skill in both personal and professional life, as it is allow individual and organization to stay resilient and successful in an ever evolving world. The Gibson of often includes qualities like flexibility, problem solving, and the willingness to embrace change. And next one is visionary leadership. The Gibson visionary leadership is a leadership style characterized by the leader who has a clear and a completing vision for the future and can effectively communicate and inspiring other to work towards that vision. And next one is customer loyalty. The Gibson customer loyalty refers to the degree of commitment and attachment that customer have towards to particular brands, product, or company. Loyal customers consistently choose and support a specific business or its competitors. They are more likely to make a repeat purchase and become advocates for the brand, spreading positives.
Okay, on our conclusion, like for the conclude, we'll go with the continuous innovation of the Gibsons, like embracing the forthcoming surge of the technological advancement with the unwavering dedication and commitment, and the global engagement and changing of our international footprint by fostering strategic partnership and promoting cross-cultural assimilations. Because we are from the Asians or the Europeans, anybody can be using this product, which was like everywhere there has been a footprint of the Gibson guitars to the marketing and the enhancing organizational resilience. Proactively fortifying the company's fundamental strength to effectively navigate unforeseen challenges. Like even speaking about the challenges, we can also like add an like topic like the Gibson went under a back Ramsey of 506 billions under the COVID, and it was later recovered by Ted Murphy, and the company is now well settled under the Epiphones and KRK stocks. So these are the references we should be going on. Thank you. Have a nice day.